Welcome once again to AV Racing TV. This is the AVF1 Championship, almost drawing to a close right now. Coming towards the end of Season 4, only 3 races left, including today, off to Spain today. And it's very close for a third Drivers' Championship win in the row for Reaper, with 3 races left to go. All Reaper needs to do in today's race is outscore NAC and FCST by 4 points, and he will have secured the Drivers' Championship for the 3rd consecutive season. He's at his first Constructors' Championship this season with NAC. We'll see if he can take the Drivers' Championship today. Hello there, Coon, in the chat. So what we've got in the lobby right now, 12 drivers in the lobby right now, only a minute and a half to go. Who have we got? Both AlphaTauris here, Kuhn and his teammate. I've got both Renaults, James and Smithy in here. Both Red Bulls in here, Domestic and Lang again now. Both McLarens in there. Both Mercedes, the single Haas of FCST dragging that Haas up into 3rd place in the Constructors. There's gonna be a little bit of a chance to Red Bull to snatch that away, though. They're only 26 points behind Haas in the Constructors right now. There's plenty of chance for Red Bull to maybe take that 3rd spot on the Constructors. AlphaTauri currently only 13 points in front of Haas as well, so those are the 2 top Constructors positions still to play for. Only 12 drivers in here. This is potentially just going to make it even easier for Reaper to take the race. Qualifying should be pretty clear, though. Where is everybody? Reaper got Naka, King James, Gargamelin's not even replaced, Jason doing more, Wouter still not here, no Alfa Romeo, Wouter and Jasper not here right now, no Williams, no Racing Point. Grid is looking rather empty as we load in right now to the circuit of Barcelona in Catalonia, Spain. 50% race as always for us, which means 33 laps around 4.6 kilometer track, 16 corners around here and 2 DRS zones. Also, 4 pretty notable dangerous corners around this track as well, which drivers would probably be kind of liable to spin. Go through those as we go through the tracks, though. Right, for the drivers to load into the lobby. What is the weather doing today in sunny Spain? Do we have the sun, or do we have the rain? We have the sun for quali. If someone can let me know about the weather for the rest of the race, it's always useful and appreciated, so I understand what setups we're looking to run. While I wait for that, we'll get all our telemetry information up. Nice, sunny and dry, I've been told, for the race. Lovely. We got the Haas of FCST. It looks to be the first one out of the garage there. NAC following out as well. Both McLarens look to be coming out. We've got Smithy and Xz there checking out the medium tyres at the start of qualifying right now, just to see how many drivers make it to the end of qualifying or how many destroy their car in the process of that around this track. There's a Renault coming out now as an AlphaTauri. Good half of the grid coming out straight away. Don't want to lose any of that time. Valuable practice time around this track right now in qualifying. We got for a lap. Goodbye McLaren. Coming through turn 9. We got SCST championship contender right now. First out. I'm gonna put, there's the McLaren run already retired after that incident. I'm gonna put my faith in FCST and the Haas right now to give us a nice clean lap as he takes it carefully through that chicane to make sure he can get on the power early for his fast lap here. DRS zone here, very long DRS zone and a long run up here into turn 1. We're going to have to make sure we find that braking point when we start to turn in sharp here. Turn 1, take that apex through turn 1, careful of the curbing on turn 2, it can be slippery. 3 here, absolutely flat out, turn in early, make sure we don't run wide halfway through the corner there. FCST lined up lovely for 4 here, getting as wide as possible. You can late break into that one quite a bit. It does carry on longer than you think though, coming down now into 5. We'll find that apex on there. 6 is the little kink in the road here. Then we come up to 7 and 8. Need to be careful of the oversteer and the curbs are turning up through these ones. FCST invalidating through those corners. This is turn 9. Big old lift there for FCST on 9. We'll get back on with Kuhn right now. He didn't validate just then, but there's turn 9. That is normally flat out. Need to be careful when you exit though on how much curb you take. The car can suddenly oversteer. Turn 10 is this hairpin right here. Then we've got turn 11. This one can be dangerous for the oversteer as well. Kuhn keeps control of it, snaps it back to the right for turn 12 here. Then we've got 13, 14, 15. This chicane, pretty important to nail those apexes around here. And then coming in to turn 16 here on that gas as soon as we come out of 15, powering it down. Use all the track and the exit curb there for 16. That is a 1:16.3 there for Kuhn. That's provisional pole position right now. Real life fastest lap in quali around here is a 1:14.406 set by Valtteri Bottas in Q3 of 2019. Smithy right there running a 1:16 on his medium tyres there, a 1:16.5. Nice got a 1:15.7 there. Just off of the real life fastest lap. That's a pretty strong time there for Smithy on those medium tyres. Wondering if he maybe should have left those mediums to a bit later on in qualifying. So have we got right now FCST back going for it again, pretty much rejoining him where we left. One corner behind, one corner in front, into 11. Nice and stable through there, 11 for the Haas as well. Getting the power down through 12. Pretty nice, clean lines there. Takes a bit too much curb on 15. That threw out the back end there a little bit. Kept control of it, stuck on the gas pretty early, but that would have cost him a few tenths there to 1:16.1. I feel he could have been running closer to max time if he had those fresher softs on and maybe didn't take as much curb through 15 there to bounce the car off. FCST suddenly avoiding that inside curb there on turn 2. It's okay, that inside curb as you come through turn 2, if you can place the wheels either side of it, you're pretty safe. If you get that left hand wheel on the curb though, it could be goodbye. We've got Domestos and the Red Bull. He's out on out lap right now. Is that Reaper about to come out of the garage? I can see the Mercedes guys there. Nope, it's someone's knack coming in. We've got to get back on board with Domestos and the Red Bull. Red Bull need a good push these last few races if they want to try and jump up and take that other spot in the top 3 of the constructors. Let's get on board with Dom and see how the Red Bull is faring around this Spanish track right now. Top speed maxing out at about 203 along the straight there. A little bit slow through the first 2 corners. Another attempt to do the find there, I think. A little bit deep through 2 before turning in, getting as wide as possible there on 4, though. That is the fastest currently through Sector 1, even though I said it might have been a little bit slow for the first 2 corners. Purple has gone now, making our way through the kink of 6. And we're going to handle the uphill here of 7. A little bit of oversteer there. Dom keeps control of that nicely. No lift there, it didn't sound like through turn 9, but the engine seemed to slow a little bit. Maybe he tapped the brake slightly, kept it in check very well. A little bump of 11, nice and stable through there though. We've got 1-4 coming into the chicane at the first thing. It should be a pretty good time. Don't be up there in around the top 3, top 4 I think. It's going to be close to one of those 116 times. 116.8, a little bit behind FCST there. Good enough for 5th right now for the Red Bull. Dom, again though, on medium tyres right now. Smithy managing to smash out a 115.9 there on the medium tyre. 10 minutes of quali left to go. FCST on their outlap right now. FCST knows how important it is for him to do well here today if he wants to remain alive in that Drivers' Championship. It's a pretty good medium times I'm seeing from some of these drivers. Maybe wondering why they didn't save these mediums till later on in quali if they're that careful around here in the medium. James also, he's on an outlap right now on his mediums. James, we often see running a set of mediums quite early for quite a few laps and getting a feel for the track before he puts the softs on in the last few minutes of quali. Reaper is coming out of the garage now. I was about to say we won't be seeing him for about another 5-6 minutes till the end of quali. Maybe he doesn't feel so certain here around the Spanish track. Alright. To the power, I realise I haven't done all my notes from before. Fastest was Reaper. Interesting. But back to qualifying, shall we? FCST right now on another fast lap right now, coming through at Sector 2. Pretty stable there for 7. Nearly catch them out a little bit on 8 with too much track limit. Solidly there through 9 though. And that's coming up purple there for Sector 2. And that looks like it might be holding. Again, that Haas looking stable through turn 11. See if we can nail the chicane a little bit better this time than we did before. Turned in on 15 a little bit too early. We see a quick minor correction there from FCST. Nearly does it again. Keeps control of it though into the DRS zone. What time? 15.2 there. That beats the real life qualifying right now. That currently puts FCST provisionally on pole right now by about 0.5 of a second. What have we got down here? Let's get on board with Reaper. Flashing up purple there for Sector 1. Coming through turn 6 into turn 6 right now. And we're looking, we'll lift there off 7 curb, nearly unsteadied the car a little bit. Into the DRS zone now, coming into the hairpin, flashing up purple again there for Sector 2. Is Reaper going to demolish FCST's time right now? Back on the power, the apex of 12 there. Almost running a little bit wide on the exit, getting on it so quickly, nice and wide there through 14. Big jumper curve there off 15, straight over the middle of that little yellow curbing. Seemed to not destable the car too much though, and that puts Reaper 0.2 quicker than FCST right now with a 1:15 1:023. What a lap there that was. Max on out lap, slowing down to give him space from FCST right now. James still running on his mediums. Smithy is still running on these old mediums right now as well. TheGnomeFarmer pushing on again on an invalidated lap right now. Lollopuppa's in the pits. Got the other Red Bull of Lang on an outlap right now. Non-Tasking's teammate in the AlphaTauri replacing Gargamelin. Also on an outlap. While we mentioned Gargamelin, it's a shame that Gargamelin isn't here today. Gargamelin is the only driver to be on the podium at Spain here more than once. No one else has been on the podium twice at Spain from the AV League. Apart from Gargamelin, Gargamelin took second in Season 2 and third in Season 3. Every other podium sitter has been different. Although Reaper has taken the last 2 pole positions and the last 2 fastest laps. So we'll see when we come to the race. Dom there coming out on his mediums again. Wants to try and improve that medium time. For these guys, I think, looking to maybe try and start on this medium tyre. By the looks of it, still using them this late in quali, but you're not going to be wanting to put that many laps of wear on to start the race on them, because you're only going to have to be changing them earlier when you get to the race, which is why it's a surprise they didn't maybe wait until later to come out on them. You can see all these guys on the mediums switching into the softs later on. We got the non-TAS racing with Smilly in qualifying right now. Smithy massively backing out of that one. I don't know if he's maybe trying to give him a little bit of a tow there, actually. Non-TAS taking that curb through the first. Too much of that curb on the second turn. Exactly one of the ones we said could be dangerous. If you hit that curb straight on and start turning with that left wheel, you will massive oversteer. And I think he's done a very good job then to actually not completely damage the car and send him out of qualifying on that wall. Stopped very, very close to it. Reminds me of the video I was watching of Vettel earlier, spinning at the Hungarian ring and just catching the Red Bull by the wall at the side there, the right way round, and drives away from it. Bob right now, James still pushing these medium tyres right now. Can he improve that time anymore? It's slightly, almost by a tenth, 15.8 there. I think we'll be seeing James putting on some softs by the end of this. He should definitely be able to take a good bit of time off that. We could be seeing some drivers hitting into the 1:14s around here, I think, by the time we get to the end of quali. Everyone's pretty much out right now. Everyone's pretty much out on kind of oldish tyres right now. Knack, FCST and Reaper sitting in the garage there, waiting for the last few minutes, letting the other drivers put down some rubber on the track right now. Oh, we got Lang. You can see some fresher tyres, but that's an invalidated lap. Let's have a look. Montas back. Did he come back into the garage, or what is he doing? That's his wheel gone. Smithy still running these medium tyres around here. If he doesn't box at the end of this lap, this driver's going to need to come in if they want to put on some fresh rubber for the last bit of the race here right now. What sort of line was we just taking then? That wasn't the race line or the track line, was it, Coon? Oh shit indeed, non-TAS. Domestos there, that Red Bull is out. Where is that Red Bull? Stopped there on... That's the exit of turn 4. Too much curb on the exit of turn 4 there, and that's going to oversteer and throw straight into the wall on the inside. Maybe taking a bit of grass coming out of turn 4 as well. That could also account for that. That's 4 drivers out of the 12 not finishing qualifying anymore. Tom has got a lap in there, though. In the 8th time, he might be forced to start on those medium tyres there, as he's got a time in right now. Look, just 2 minutes left of qualifying to go right now. FCST's on out lap. Reaper's coming out. Nack should be coming back out the garage in a second as well. There he is. James, I should imagine, is changing his tyres right now to jump back out. Where is Smithy right now? He's not going to have a chance for another set of tyres. He's giving everything on these set of mediums. I don't know how they're going to fare in the race, though. I'm slightly worried about them. I said every lap he's doing right now is just going to be wearing those tyres more and more than you would do on average on a normal race lap right now as well in qualifying. Cars turned up a lot more. ERS is going all the time for a hot lap. Engine is up to max. A lot more pressure's put through those back wheels. A lot more tyre degradation will happen. Has he not managed to beat his lap though? I'd personally maybe retire out of that and stop wasting my tyres, but so looking down to 6th right now. I expect him to maybe try and jump up a little bit more to what we've got. We'll check with FCST right now. On a fast up coming into turns 1 and 2. Let's see again, those wheels placed either side of that red and white curb when FCST comes through. They're turning in so hard for 3, just about staying within track limits on the exit there, nice and wide for 4. Taking that inside curve as well, using all the track there through 4, wide as possible again there for 5. Just clipping the apex, using all the track on the exit, we're getting the power back down. Just invalidates there, going through 8. That's unfortunate for FCST, because that's a quick run there through 9. Potentially getting a toe off Smithy right there through the straight of 10, the DRS zone. That is a shame for FCST. No more time to get round for a lap. That's it. Qualifying time is down. Who's on track right now? Both Mercedes and AlphaTauri. No, James didn't come back out again. There's Smithy. He's about to finish his lap right now. He's not going to improve his time though. Where's that Ferrari? That's a Ferrari. Lola. How's Lola doing right now? Into the DRS zone now. Turn 9. Some views of the Ferrari, see if Lola can move themselves up the grid anymore. And they're running a slightly quicker lap as long as we have good 4 at the first bit there. It gets slightly quicker than Lola was running previously. Might be good enough to move him above Kuhn or Smithy maybe. We'll see what we get at the checkered line, 15.9. It does move in front of Kuhn and Smithy up into 5th place there for Lola. Then we have Nack about to come across the line right now. Can he change his position? He's up there in 2nd place right now. Reaper, is he going to improve his time at all? I didn't get to see. Well, that was interesting qualifying with a third of our drivers not even making it to the end. So, there's a grid order for today. Reaper and Nack, another Mercedes front row lockout. Reaper just getting in to the 114s. Second row we have FCST and Kuhn making up into 4th there at the very end. Third row we've got James and Laura. Smithy in 7th, Domestos in 8th, Lang in 9th, Xz in 10th, Nontas 11th, and Rowan 12th. Domestos, yep, on those medium tyres, crashed out, but he's going to be forced to start P8 then on those medium tyres. Maybe not such a bad call, James, Smithy and Domestos. Domestos obviously got those fresher mediums though. Not sure about how many laps Smithy run on those mediums. I think he's going to be definitely looking at a 2-stop around here. A medium soft strategy, I think, for Smithy. Can be pretty heavy on the tyre wear this circuit to Barcelona, especially turns like turn 3 where you're full power, pretty much going through big right-hander, car turning around to 180 degree rotation, entering, pretty much facing west, coming out, pretty much facing east, turn 4 again, another big horseshoe, and 12 power you're supplying through those back tyres, getting on the accelerator that quick, certainly does a bit of damage to the tyre wear. Corners like track 9 as well, which are just flat out, and praying your downforce hold the car in place to the track. And then at turn 16, getting on the power very early through that corner again is going to be putting a lot of wear through the tyres. Drivers right now should have selected their pit strategies and selected their fuel. We've got a formation lap right now. We'll see if the game gives us much info on that. Yep, 11 and 12 are choosing to go for the medium tyre there. Guys on the softs, they could one stop it soft to hards, but again, hard to the end of this track, I think, gonna be pretty short. I don't know if the two-stop is maybe a bit of a safer option here around this track. Guys on the mediums, they're obviously still, they're also open to that one-stop medium to the hard. But again, like I said, I don't think the hard tyres really going to supply the sort of grip and the traction that you need for some of these corners, especially when it gets towards the end of the race and they're getting very well worn in. So maybe expect more of a double stop strategy around here. The game's not really giving me any tyre information to go by, so screw you, Codemasters. Move on, crashed out on the formation lap around here, that's good. There we go, there's what the game's giving us, about 13 laps, 14 laps on a set of mediums. It's giving you a medium to hard strategy there, or it's giving you a medium, soft, medium strategy. I reckon we could do a medium, soft strategy around here. Personally, if you're going for a two-stop, I don't think you really need two sets. Oh, now it's changed the pit stop strategy now to a soft, medium, medium, or a soft, medium, hard. I still think 20 to 16, then another 16 laps on mediums. Could be tight, the soft, medium strategy. Could be tight, maybe, but I think it's doable. Depends how well everyone can manage their tyres. As we wait for the lights, you're going to give me a better view from the front game, or no? There we go. 3, 4, 5 lights are on, and now it's a long run up to turn 1. Both Mercedes getting away well. FCST looks like he's got a good start. Next to him is there. James behind in the Renault as well, putting on pressure those guys in the front there already. It's like non-task looks very slow off the mark there, coming through turn 1. I saw a little bit of debris at the back there, going flying. Reaper and Nax still in charge here at the front. There's McLaren pulling out way wide to the side there a second ago. We got non-test down here. Lang's dropped down to 12th. I think that might have been a bit of debris I saw coming through in turn 1 from that Red Bull. Domestos dropping down positions here in to 10th as well. Nax overtaken Reaper already on the fast lap there. I'm not sure what happened there. Use of my information stayed up on the edge. Where's not what I want? Is it position change? Where is it? I still can't remember. X's up 3 positions. McLaren's moving up positions at the start here. Smithy losing out. Tom and Lang and Nontas dropping back a little bit. I know interval time's going to go crazy and not tell me who's in the right place. It's still not leading the race, although my game says it's Reaper. Lang in to the pits already at the start here. Is that a wing? That's got to be a wing change already. Yep, there's the wing. One coming off, one going on, and one that ultimately always stays on the car. With Nontas right now, cars at the back here desperately scrapping, trying to regain their positions. I mean, my game currently says Lang's leading the race. Go Lang. Back up, we're on lap 3 right now. DRS is enabled through here. We looking, Smithy taking a lot of curb there. Drivers starting to spread out a little bit here. FCST not losing sight of Knack and Reaper though, and just about though slipping out of DRS range. He's not going to quite be in the DRS. That's going to make things difficult for him. Reaper is going to get the DRS on Knack right now though. That other Mercedes of Knack's looking very quick along the straight without even any DRS being applied to it right now. What's happened to the Red Bull back here of Domestos? Nontas comes past in DRS zone. Red Bull here of Domestos on that medium tyre they started on. Seems to be slipping back a little bit, having some problems around this Spanish track right now. Reaper got the DRS on Knack right now. I don't think he's going to beat him in to turn 10 there though. He's going to have to just sit behind for a little bit. FTST right now needs those two Mercedes to start battling, to slow each other down so you can catch back up and back in to DRS range right now. Ooh, bit of wing cam there from FCST of the Haas coming through turn 16. Haven't had some wing cam for a while. We like that. FCST very much starting to lose Kuhn right now, and he did just get back into the DRS zone. What is going on there? Who was passing someone just then? I don't know what view it was showing me. On board with Kuhn right now. Jason James through turn 3. It's down here. We've got Nontas trying to put the pressure on the McLaren of Rowan here right now. So yellow flags in sector 3. What's happened to the Mercedes of Reaper here, dropping down into 5th? Unsure what's happened there to Reaper, but that opens the race up a lot for FCST and Knack. They're going to be slightly happy about that. Front runners also closing up. I don't know if maybe the two Mercedes maybe came to touch. Then another Merc collision, someone says in the chat there. Trying to back here, the back of the pack. It's just everyone so tight together right now. Big old DRS train of the front 5 drivers here coming through on to the pit straight now. There's that Xz McLaren in the pit already after 5 laps. That's going to be a double stop onto mediums. I think Xz is going to be taken there. Or someone's damaged their wing. Xz got some wing damage there from the amount of time he's taking in that pit lane. It gives Lang a bit of time to maybe catch back up to someone there. Follow the front drivers here. Knack still leading this possession into DRS zone. These 5 cars gonna be getting in a little train right now. Starting to get good breakaway from the rest of the pack here. Lollopuppa 1.8 seconds off these drivers. Smithy 1.8 seconds off him. And we've got Rowan back here. Nontas and Domestos going to be desperate to get past in the DRS zone right now that we're about to come into and not get held up by the McLaren. Get on board with Nontas, see what he can make happen in the DRS zone right now. Dom a little bit further back, didn't get the kind of grip out of turn 16 that he would have liked. Rowan trying to send it in really late up the outside there, nearly hitting the AlphaTauri. Oh, I hate him. I hate him. I can't fucking stand the guy. What's going on here? Kuhn and James right now. Kuhn just managing to stay in front of James. That's slowed him down there. Reaper on the attack right now. Behind Kuhn, though, coming through with turn 7 right now. Following on at the back of Kuhn right now. There's a DRS zone. No, Reaper trying to go around the outside. James there. Hit his breakpoint. Maybe misses breakpoint a little bit later there. Pulled to the side to make sure he didn't hit that Renault. It's going down here with Domestos right now, up through turn 11. A little bit of oversteer, manages to catch it though, nearly oversteers through turn 12 as well. This Red Bull isn't quite looking as stable as it should. Can the Red Bull make its way past the McLaren now in the DRS zone? So I think Rowan is just going to get the DRS there from Nontas, which is going to make it difficult. Lollopuppa's in the pits. AlphaTauri of Kuhn in the pits now, lap 7. That's about right for taking off those softs. These guys, I think, will be double stopping mediums then until the end. Yeah, I do. I can't stand him. I can't stand his driving. It's terrible. Look at that. Look at that. We know which one it is. We know which one. Let's get back. Where is the action? Right now. These guys have all pitted off. Let's have a look back at what tyres we're on. This is lying on the hard tyre there from that early stop they've had to take. They wanted to put on the hards. Don't know how much that's going to help him. Nack and FCST still on the soft tyres. Wing cam from the Haas again, coming through 16. That's so nice. Penalties, FCST, Domestos and Lola each with 3 seconds of penalties there. Nack's pulling into the pit lane right now after 7 laps. FCST is going to keep taking those softs around a little bit longer. I wonder if FCST take their softs for a couple more laps, couple of 9 lap stints on the softs, will give them 18 laps, so then that'll be back to about 15 laps on a set of mediums. If you can grab another lap out of the softs, you can double stop softs to mediums, but we'll see what happens. Rowan no longer close enough to Nontas to get the DRS from him. We'll see if the Red Bull can make a pass up out of turn 9 right now. And he gets back into the DRS zone. I need to follow very close behind. I don't think we're quite gonna be close enough through turn 9 there to get the job done into turn 10, not quite. We've got Reaper chasing Kuhn, chasing Reaper right now, very bumpy on the exit of turn 9 there. That could have been dangerous. He gets the DRS though, that's going to help him out a little bit. Domestos ever gaining space on that McLaren. This is going to be his chance as we get back on to the pit straight. FCST is now pitted in to take off those softs. This is the Red Bull's chance now along this straight. He's going to get the DRS. Going to get the job done into turn 1. Up the outside there. He forces him wide. Red Bull having to quickly lift off and tap the brakes there as the McLaren nearly cuts off his driving line. What's going on down here? FCST has pitted now. It's not come out as close as it was to Nack. He's lost a bit of time running that extra lap on the softs. Reaper now in to 7th place. FCST still in front of Kuhn though. That'll be one consolation to him. Reaper driving very hard after that apparent Merc collision we had early on though to regain space. Let's have a look at Domestos now. He's going to have to go for it again in this DRS zone. McLaren getting unstable coming through 15 there. That should help Domestos out. Domestos gets the inside this time. Gets hit by the McLaren. This is what I mean. He just can't go through a corner with someone else. Just... why? I hate him. I hate him so much. Just kick him out of the league. It aggravates me. It aggravates me watching him drive. Enjoying everyone else and the races. But I'm going to tell you now, I've told the other admins, I am probably not going to continue with Season 5 because I cannot stand seeing that guy on track and his lack of driving ability. It's shit. Knack manages to make his way successfully past cleanly. I won't be continuing because I hate him and I can't stand seeing him on track and how terrible he is at driving, and it frustrates me. I want to punch my TV right now because I see his name and his orange car there right now. I hate him so much. We got Knack catching back up to Domestos right now. Getting through. These guys have changed their tyres. Domestos obviously starring on the mediums. The guys at the front there obviously also starring on the medium tyre. Nontas, I think, possibly had a pretty good run from the back of the grid here. Currently sitting in third. He's going to have to pit, but let's have a look at our leader times. Try and work out where these guys are going to come out to. James right now going to come out, I think, in 8th between Kuhn and Lolla. Smithy might be just behind Lolla when he goes to pit in, and I think Nontas will, but I don't know. Pretty safe from P10 there, though. Some gap between Lolla and Xz, so providing these two at the front here don't need to have much wing changes. They've got that gap between 8th and 10th where they're going to be slipping out to somewhere about 18, 19. Loss here. Put it up a little bit. If these guys maybe lose a little bit of so before they change them, lollopuppa could be in front. They're gonna have a soft tyre at some point to be coming onto. Got Domestos clinging on to Reaper right now. That's going to help him out. As long as tyres are starting to age. To get that DRS, that will help him a lot. Domestos has just got the DRS here coming through turn 9. Knack hunting down all these other drivers that started on the medium tyre, on his fresh mediums right now. He's going to get the DRS on Nontas when we come down to the start straight. If he doesn't pass him already, Nontas into the pits then. Was that? No, Smithy into the pits. Where's Nontas? Knack passing Nontas on the exit of the chicanes there. Nontas going to get the DRS now. I'm not sure if Nontas let him do that on purpose so he could take the DRS, try and get that boost along. Smith's obviously in the pits. Reaper here with the DRS. No, what am I looking at? Reaper, yeah, Reaper with the DRS on Nontas FCST. A little bit further back there. Smithy getting a set of softs on right now. Domestos has gone for that one stop on the medium to hard strategy. Smithy's put on a set of softs. Smithy's going to be two-stopping it. He's got a stop to make again later on, but these soft tyres right now, while everyone's on some mediums, should help him out a lot. Little lock up there from Reaper coming in to turn 5. Back up over Smithy. I'm interested to see what sort of impact he can make with these soft tyres right now. He's got Lolla, but then after Lolla there's a good 6 seconds between Lolla and Kuhn, to be honest. So also, once Smithy gets in front of Lolla, he's going to be kind of giving the Ferrari a big old tow for a while until he starts to catch back up to the AlphaTauri of Kuhn. But be quite a push on these tyres, on these set of softs that aren't going to have the same sort of longevity as a set of mediums could around here. So we'll see how much he's able to catch back up. He's certainly close enough to the Ferrari to get this job done in the DRS zone. We've got James in the pit there, Nontas also both in the pit. So Smithy came out on that position just behind Lola. They will be as well. What's that? AlphaTauri Nontas is in there. Nontas, we think, should just beat Xz and Domestos out. He is going to, and James did manage to make it out in front of Lola. That's a bit better for Smithy now. Smithy's got his teammate there on the hard tyre. That could work out very good for the two Renaults if James let Smithy passed in a minute. His teammate on the softs, he could get a bit of a toe off the driver in the soft tyres while he's on the hards there right now. Smithy should technically be quicker on that softer tyre. Of course, coming through turn right now into the DRS zone. Can Smithy make anything happen before turn 10? He's going to go on the inside. James is going to let him have it. Yep, he's going to take it. He knows on the hard tyre. He knows his teammates on the soft and going to have to stop again. James not going to be making any more stops until the end of the race. Works in his favour to be letting Smithy pass, to be honest. Wing cam as we switch to the AlphaTauri there, coming through turn 16. It likes give me wing cam for turn 16, and we like that as well. Reaper just making it in front there before turn 1 of the AlphaTauri. So lollopuppa doing well to stay with these two Renaults right now as we come through turn 3. A little bit of a lift there from Lola coming through the exit of turn 3 to make sure that Ferrari doesn't run wide. Lola still with the DRS there. James just out of DRS range from Smithy. I don't think Lola's quite close enough to make anything happen either there, though. Smithy now 4 seconds off of Kuhn. That time has been closing that time down on those softs, and he's going to need to continue to be very rapid on these softs to start trying to close back up with Kuhn. Although a lot of drivers are picking up penalties already, which is going to affect a lot of things by the end of the race. We've got lots of 3s and 6s. FCST, Lola, Xz all 3 seconds. Reaper Domestos both with 6 seconds there. I'm looking for a hair tyre as always. What's going on now? Everyone's starting to split out a little bit right now. Lola keeping with James though. Obviously Lola on that soft and medium tyre to what James is on being on the hard. But no, Lola's going to need to get really close going through turn 9 if he wants to make a move along here. He's going to get the DRS again. Smithy, there's another half a second he's taken off Kuhn through a lap from when we last looked at that time. It was the end of sector 2 and it was about 4 seconds off, so he's taken 5/10 off just in the space of 1 lap of being on those soft tyres. Continue to roughly take that off. It'll be it's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. It's going to be about 6 or so laps before Smithy catches up to Kuhn, but then it's going to be roughly time to take those softs off. So he's really pushed. He wants to try and make it in front of the AlphaTauri before he comes to pit. What's going on at the back here? A lot. What's happening here? Reaper and Coon sneaking in front there just before turn 7 of Reaper there. Reaper taking a big lift before coming to turn 9 there. Have we got wing damage? It won't give me aerial cam to see. I wish I could really select the sort of camera we use around here, because this shows me nothing, game. What is even the use of this camera? I can barely see anything. There we go. Now I can see some wing. It is all attached. God damn you, game. There's Smithy getting very close now up to Reaper. Reaper, there's an X by his name. I think he must have disconnected, which is why he's going so slowly right now. Smithy's gone past. Are we going to see James get past as well? That Reaper under AI control right now. That AI drive like absolute assholes, don't they? James does make it round the outside there, though, of Reaper. Smithy right now up into 4th. Coon, though, is pulling away. Lost internet connection. I am sorry to hear that, Reaper. Start my Wi-Fi, trying to get it back. That is unfortunate, my friend. Dropping down into 7th right now. All the hard work you've done through quali, and the race has been destroyed by your internet connection. What we got going on now? Still Smithy trying to chase down Coon. There's a bit of a gap now between all of our front drivers. Coon did take P2 here last season. Coon and Nak could both be heading for their second podium today at Spain, which means they will be the next 2 drivers who have taken more than one podium around here. As we said, obviously only Gargamelin is the only driver that's been on the podium more than once around Spain. Smithy, though, I think those softs not supplying him with that same sort of grip he wanted to right now. 5 laps into him, and he's not really able to close down much of that time on his teammate, and even James on the hard tyres is starting to close back up the gap between him and Smithy right now. Lollopuppa still just clinging to that DRS of James right now. 10-second time penalty for Xz there for corner cutting, and a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he's also retired. McLaren obviously wasn't happy with the race today. He's pulled into the pits and he said enough is enough. So we've got about 13 laps to go, and there's some big gaps opening out in between drivers right now. Law's coming in for his second stop, 12 laps on a set of mediums, and he'll be putting the mediums on again to go to the end there. Yeah, that's the first driver to take his second stop right now, because everyone else... I never know where it is. It's a stupid game. There's in stops, yeah. Rowan's taking 2. Who else we got out there? James, Nontas, and Mestos, all going to be looking to go to the end on those tyres that they're on right now. Nak, FCST, and Coon are all going to be looking to stop again. Where are they going to come back out to? Smithy's going to have to stop again. They're going to come back out. Nak, FCST, and Coon are all going to come out just between James and Nontas. Coon, when he pits, will come out very close to Nontas, but all those drivers at the front there will potentially be going on to another set of mediums, or if they can take these mediums up to about 15-16 laps, they could potentially stick on a set of softs for the end of the race. See what they do, but as we say, currently they're looking to come out just behind between James and Smithy, who have switched places actually, because Smithy was in front, so I'm not sure when that happened, but it did. The Renault swapped. wing cam through turn 16. Reaper goes into the pits there. Can't see him to see if he's driving again or not. His position gained back up for Lola there then. After he pitted the Ferrari, it hasn't really moved position from where it kind of pitted in actually. It's still looking pretty strong there. Lang taken off those hards. He's been on a set of mediums to go to the end with. Reaper's got another set of mediums to go to the end of the race with as well. I'm going to have to make it back out before McLaren comes back round. Nope, still disconnected. That was the AI taking Reaper in to the garage then. That is a shame. Nice, everyone spreading out a good bit now. So there's Coon pitting in. Let's see whereabouts he's going to come back out to. As we said, he should be dropping down, I think, just behind Smithy, but he should just remain himself in front of Nontas. Smithy's also coming to the pits as well. Nontas, his teammate, coming up pretty quick. They're going to be pretty much racing on the exit there. Coon is just about going to stay in front of his teammate there. That's what he's going to be looking for. James, though, this Renault looking good and strong right now. Smithy's got a set of mediums on till the end there, dropping down into P8 there. So if we check our leader times, again there, NAC and FCST have a nice big gap there between James and Coon to slip into when they take their pit stops, which honestly they can't be far off right now. FCST with that pit window right now. I don't know if he's maybe going to try and take, if he tries maybe max on 14 laps on his mediums already, FCST can take a couple more laps out of his mediums up to about 24, 25. He could put on a set of softs to the end of the race. I'm not sure if he's going to try for it. Depends how much time he starts losing behind him though, with whether that works out better or not for him. It's all about how quick Coon is on that fresh set of mediums, to how FCST then reacts here, to whether he drags these mediums out for a little bit longer or whether he pits sooner and gets some fresh ones on and takes a more safe approach. But we shall see that in due time. James, though, currently looking very strong till the end of the race. He's got 10 laps left to go on these hard tyres. That will only be 18 laps on a set of hards, which will be, those hards should still be in pretty reasonable good condition by the time we get to the end of the race. Obviously, he's not going to still have the same sort of traction out some of those corners. So with NAC and FCST maybe potentially putting soft tyres on, they could be in a very good position to hunt James back down over the last few laps, and we could have some interesting battles evolving on the last couple of laps of this race. Right now, Smithy on a fresh tyre right now. He's going to be about to get DRS off Domestos. Thinks about getting him on the inside of turn 9 there. Decides that could be dangerous for both of them. Backs out of it, waits for the DRS. Thinks about sending it down into 10. Backs out of that as well. I'm going to follow on close here for the big DRS zone along the pit straight before Smithy makes his move on this Red Bull. It's a 3-second time penalty there coming up for the Renault driver, Smithy, and everything's active, everything's pushing. Dom just about got beat by the Renault of Smithy in Singapore last race. Smithy just managed to get into Dom's time penalty zone, and it's going to be tight between this Red Bull and a Renault driver again in this race as well. I think Dom's not going to get beaten a second time by that Renault. Multiple times seem to have disappeared. FCST and NAC still going on those medium tyres. I am pretty convinced these two drivers are going for that double soft strategy now. They're not going to be putting on any more mediums to go to the end of the race. They know that when they pit, they're going to come out behind James, and they know they're going to have to push as quick as they can. Look how close Smithy is to the back of Domestos just there, going through the hairpin. Can he stay with him for the DRS zone? 4 tenths currently behind, 5 tenths, losing him 6 tenths, back up to 4 tenths, starting to lose him through turn 15. I think he should be close enough now to be able to get him. It's within 3 tenths. Nearly in that Red Bull's gearbox Dharma, pulls to the inside to defend. It's going to make Smithy go around a long way. Smithy, that Renault comfortably gets in to turn 1 before the Red Bull does. Lollopuppa up into 6th right now, chasing down Nontas on the hard tyres. Lollopuppa got a tyre advantage right now over Nontas, but obviously Nontas will be going at the end. Lollopuppa's going to get into these tyres. He doesn't want to burn out these mediums too much to push him past Nontas and then find himself under attack again at the very end of the race. So Knack and FCST both in the pits right now. We're up on to James. Trying to chase the back marker of the McLaren right now, because that's going to give him DRS and help him out. James is in the front right now. We've got 7 laps left to go. James is clear of penalties. Knack and FCST are both put on the softs. Knack currently 4.8 seconds behind James. FCST a total of about 10 seconds behind James right now. FCST did just manage to make it out in front of Kuhn on those soft tyres, so he's going to be looking good to the end of the race here. There's James. He went past the back marker just before the DRS line. That's a shame he doesn't get that DRS to boost him right now. As we said, he's got gonna have a couple of quick drivers. There's Knack down the other end of that DRS straight. You can just about smell that Renault of James right now. He's gonna be hunting it down. There's a fastest lap from Reaper just coming in there. I'm assuming someone's got back in to the game right now. Currently down in 9th. I don't think Reaper is going to be taking that Drivers' Championship today unless something drastic happens to Knack or FCST through the latter half of this race. Lollopuppa still trying to attack Nontas right now. AlphaTauri just managing to hold off this Ferrari. What are we going to look like going in for DRS so now? Surely Lola 4 tenths behind. The Ferrari must have it now. There's the DRS, ERS on, everything wide open, and we will comfortably make it in front of the AlphaTauri before we get to turn 1. Nontas though, going to the end, maybe needs to just try and stay with this Ferrari, and maybe just hope that Lollopuppa maybe wears out his tyres a little bit too much before the end of the race. Knack closing in so quickly on to James right now. That's the fastest set to 2 right now for the Mercedes. James going for pretty strong tyre strategy where he started on those mediums, going on to the hards. I think Knack's going to get him potentially now, though. We've got lots of ERS to back us up. James takes the inside. Knack going to comfortably go down the outside of the track before turn 1. Now, James is going to want to stay with Knack as best he can. Right now, trying a DRS defend from FCST, although there's now 8.2 seconds between James and FCST. For 5 laps. That's going to be a pretty big call there for FCST. He needs to make up 8 seconds in about 5 laps. I mean, I think Knack made up about 4 seconds in nearly a lap, though, on James, which is quite a remarkable feat, to be honest. Knack once again getting a fastest time there through sector 2, flashing up purple again on my screen. Nontas, Smithy's gone up past Nontas now as well. We missed that again though. He's on that fresher tyre, that softer tyre than what Nontas is on the hards. Nontas done well though to come back up from 11th or 12th where he started to be running roughly in 7th, and I think he should better hold that off from Domestos. Red Bull's not looking strong today, down in 8th and 11th. Lang going back into the pit right now for a set of softs at the end of the race. Unsure what he's going to do with those over the very last few laps. As we come in to 4 laps left to go, I think, barring anybody making any major mistakes right now, I think we're pretty much going to be looking at our grid order locked into place. I mean, James hasn't got any penalties right now. I guess we should probably look at the penalty situation. Knack with 3 seconds of penalties there, and he nearly already worked it off from James. Got 3 laps left to go. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a big ask of James to try and stay within 3 seconds of Knack, with Knack on those fresh softs, and James obviously on some aging hards right now. He's still going to push, giving us some ERS out of the corner. I'm going to be praying for Knack to make a mistake. That's going to happen. Kuhn going to need to be within 3 seconds of FCSD if he needs that podium. He's 6 seconds away from that, so that's not really going to be happening. Smithy, if Smithy can just about get into Lola's penalty range, he could be looking at taking that 5th spot there instead. He's only a couple of tenths out of it right now. He needs to push on over these last 3 laps. Right now, though, Nontas looking at really jumping up through the pack. He's only 1 second behind Smithy. Nontas is looking to be taken 5th right now at the end of the race. Could be getting both Smithy and Lola. That'd be a great result there for AlphaTauri, just to help them secure that 2nd constructor spot. Two Red Bulls racing around together there. Smithy just about within the range of Lola. Lola could be dropping all the way down to 7th. Smithy could be holding position in 6th, while Nontas goes up to 5th. That'll be the biggest change there. Domestos, though, with 15 seconds of penalties there. Not looking good for the Red Bull driver today, but Reaper 22 seconds behind with 6 seconds of penalties. He's not going to lose position over that, I don't think. Should be looking relatively safe. Smithy losing ground to Lola again, as we said. I think those front guys are looking pretty comfortably locked into place, and even the back guys as well. It's pretty much the fight is on for 5th, 6th, and 7th through these last couple of laps of this race. What has come down to Nontas just needs to, he's doing absolutely fine right now. 3, 4, it's about 5 seconds off of lollopuppa right now, with about 1 and a little teeny bit of laps left to go. There's my wing cam again through turn 16. Why have turn 16? Why don't you give me some turn 4 or some turn 6? Give me some wing cam on turn 9. That's what I want to see. Wing cam flat out right hand of turn 9. I want to see the wing cam. I want to see that curb coming dangerously rapidly towards me. Unsure if my aeros are gonna hold the car in place or not. We are on lap 32 right now, so yeah, that wasn't one a little bit. One lap and 2 sectors left to go. The Ferrari's going to be giving everything it's got over these last 2 laps right now. Nontas starting to slip away a little bit there, actually. Those hard tyres maybe starting to give him some problems towards the end of this race. It's around about 17 laps on them. James also on about 18 laps of his. James going to be retaining that position though. All 3, 4, 5. 5.5 seconds off of Laura now for Nontas. We need to push on AlphaTauri if we want that 5th spot. It's going to be close. 5.8 right now. Everything we've got AlphaTauri to get to the end. 5.7 seconds. Only 2 drivers managing a clean race around here, which is Nontas and James. Nice, flat out through 3. 5.6. It's hovering dangerously close around that 5.6, 5.7 mark. As Knack is about to come around across the line to be the winner. James is going to bring this car across in second. We've got a new fastest lap there from Reaper at 1:15.9 in the race. That's a little bit off the qualifying lap. FCST's in third. Fastest road life lap around here is one of only 2 laps to be reset as the fastest lap during 2021. Monaco and Spain, the only 2 lap times have been beaten these years, and it's a 1:18.149 set by Verstappen around Spain. Kunzer in 4th. Lola finished in 5th. Nontas does manage to get them both there. He goes up into 5th. Smithy is in 6th. Lola finishes 7th. Domestos is going to be coming home in 8th. Reaper will be back in 9th. So it's still on then for these last 2 couple of races of the season between NAC and FCST and Reaper for who's going to win. 2 more races to go. One of my favourite tracks next Monday, though, we'll be off to Silverstone. That was a good race, says Kuhn. Nice battles with James. Waiting for this to load in so I can run down the finishing order really quickly again, as always. So there we have our podiums today of NAC, James and FCST. Kuhn in 4th, Nontas in 5th, Smithy in 6th, Lola in 7th, Domestos 8th, Reaper 9th, 10th, Lang 11th, and Xz in 12th. That was the Circuit de Barcelona race 16 of AV League. We're back for race 17 on Monday, which is at Silverstone in the United Kingdom. Coming for that, 2 races left to go, all to still just about play for in the Drivers' Championship. And we will see you again on the Monday.